Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Youth Edition. It's Famio Barros. It's Salford City FC on a quest for Champions League glory. Sit back, relax, get in your comfy chair, grab your favourite beverage, turn on that big screen TV, because here we go with the Youth Edition. Hello and welcome back to the Youth Edition Career Mode. FIFA 20 Salford City. We sit in 11th position and it is transfer deadline day. Will we make any moves? I'm not too sure. I've had a good look through there. I mean, there's not really a lot. I will show you in a minute of players that I think can come in and, you know, take someone out of our first team, really. And then for the reserves team, I'd rather play our youth, to be honest. So let's jump into this episode. We'll have a look through the transfer targets. Maybe we can line something up for January if we think that we need it. But I've had a really good look at our squad. And even though it's probably a little bit under par for some of the bigger teams floating about us, there's a lot of kids in there with potential. And the guys with the lower ratings have really worked hard. And I don't think they deserve to be moved on just yet. So I haven't got to the player upgrades yet. I am pre-recording a couple of episodes for the weekend. And Tuesday, it's a long weekend here where I am. And I am spending that away from home. Even though there's all that shit going on, I am allowed to go to the missus' place. So, yes, I will be away for the weekend. So I just wanted to get these up and, you know, done. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into this episode. Right, so here we go. This is my transfer list. A lot, probably 80% of the players are former Salford players or, you know, some of those youth academy players that we did release to the free agents. I've made sure they're all on here. But there are some regens floating around like this lad, Frandira Alvarez, 87 rated now. He's just transferred to Tottenham. That's a big centre-back. Sarachat, of course. Albaceva, another centre-back. So, I mean, I'm happy with Neves. Pow. Stephenson really showed his worth last season, and then Johnstone coming through, even he did a pretty decent job. And then, I mean, even at the end of the day, we can drop Dak Shepherd back there. So, I mean, five-ish centre-backs, I'm totally happy with that. I don't think we need to bring a centre-back into the club. Acosta currently at Benfica. Dung made the move to West Ham. Another centre-back, Canete, 83 rated. You know, they're the high-rated players of the centre-backs. Then we've got Vega Ramirez, the central attacking midfielder from Spain. I mean, we could possibly use a cam, but, you know, Griffiths, even at 77 rated, really dug himself into that role. We've got Jakey Allen, who can score goals off the bench. De Jong's coming along nicely. And, yeah, I'm just not sure. I think I'd rather bring some of the younger players through. Striker-wise as well, we've got Gunnarsson, we've got Jenkins, we've got Ainsley back, who found a few goals in the last episode. Jakey Allen can play up there as well. I just want to see how they go in the first half of the season, and then we can maybe look at reassessing. The one thing that I was looking at was on the left-hand side. I know we have spoken about picking up the Ronaldo regen. But I mean, obviously we've got the injury to Davies, but Mercado and Davies and Jenkins all want minutes. And if they don't get the minutes, they get in shit form and they play poorly, and then they'll want to leave the club. So if we bring in another left-hand side player, it means that he's going to want, you know, a decent amount of minutes as well. And I just don't think that we can offer it to him. Striker left wing at Thiago Guerrero Viana. I mean, he looks good. He looks very good. He's going to cost us our entire budget. And are we going to be able to make him a crucial player? Probably not. Because we want to keep those rotations going. We want Mercado growing. We want Davies growing. We want Leroy Jenkins getting the minutes that he deserves. So, unfortunately, I just don't think it's the season to bring him in. Now, if Leroy and all that fail this season, well, hopefully we've got a decent transfer budget. We still haven't sold Barker. And we can go after, you know, some of these big marquee players once we, you know, hit that European stage, but we're not quite there just yet. There are a couple of other players that I did want to investigate, if that's what we want to call it. The Ibrahimovic regen up to a 77. The centre-back, Martin, Bemba, where are you? So Piscopo is another one that we're definitely keeping an eye on. He's growing a lot. But I just don't think it's the time to bring in a striker. I want to see how Ainsley goes this season for us. This is the Lionel Messi regen, 76 rated right wing centre forward striker. Obviously, we can't sign him because he's just signed up. But a right winger is definitely something I could entertain, because we've really only got Cesario, who hasn't really hit his straps, and Fook NG has the potential to be special, but he's only 71 rated. He's got a lot of work to do. And obviously Jonathan Rodriguez here has a serious amount of pace, so we could utilise him, but I don't think we'd be able to get him to at least January, possibly into the new season. He will be a decent rating by then. We've got a midfielder here in Erdink Poggenberg. He looked okay, centre midfielder, but he's only just joined his club. We don't need Englishmen at the moment. And then we start falling away into quite a few of our, former players, former youth academy players. And then all of a sudden, once we get a bit further down, there's an Englishman I was having a look at in case we do need one. Relatively cheap. Where are you? There's a lot of players on this list. You can sort of see what clubs they've moved to. Camera's gone to Sheffield United. Okay, where are we? Keep going, keep going. Keep going. There's a lot of players on this list, isn't there? Some of them I could probably get rid of, but most of them are former Salford City academy players. Even these free agents, these are the ones that we got rid of. Kato Silva. Neville Ahmed ended up at Shandong. Okay. Makoke's got himself a gig. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for... We'll keep going. We'll keep going. He'll turn up eventually when I finally find where he's sitting. He's very low rated at the moment. Here he is. Alexander Kowalski. I'm pretty sure that this is the Lewandowski regen. 61 rated. Jeez, he's been shafted there with the skill moves as well. But definitely at 17, I think he will grow quite quickly. So one to keep an eye on as well, Alexander Kowalski. And that is it. So unless we sell Barker, I don't think we're going to bring anyone in, and then we'll push through to January and reassess the squad then and see how some of those reserves are doing for us. Oh, we do a piece of business here on deadline day. Jevic Paul has left the club. He has gone to Fulham for 3.7 million. Right, transfer deadline day is done. We didn't bring anyone in. We've got the squad down to 41, but we couldn't offload any of the, the bit part players like Goodrum and Williams and that. So they're still here at the moment. We'll try and see if we can get a deal done for them to move out by January, which kind of means that I don't really want to bring any youth academy players in just yet, because they're not going to get the minutes, and they'll actually, not whinge and complain if they're here in the youth academy. Now, they will come to us and say that they want to be promoted. Basia Brandstad is probably the first one on the list there at 67 rated, 85 to 94. Dusty Ryder, Leo Charlie, Espino, Marimba, Victorian Steve. I really wanted to bring this lad in, but we didn't get rid of Lambert just yet. So we'll see what happens there. He's still only 17, so that's fine. The two Englishmen in Owen Harris and Chris Miller can sit there. Mark Perry looks good as well. I mean, it's a stacked academy. It's a stacked academy. Serginho Wendell, well, we can promote to release him. And we can do the same with Freddie King. Now, I'm just having another really, proper look at this academy. I don't think Dusty Ryder's going to come in and play a role for us. So we're going to promote him to release. Now, Tony de Villiers, I mean, we've just brought Snow in. He's defensive-minded. I am going to promote to release him. We also get a training injury for Baxter Strickland. He's broken his collarbone and he'll be missing for 2 months. Well, we were trying to sell him. So that's on hold. Right, we knew it was coming. Bastian Brandstatter was out of the Youth Academy. It's time to sign him up. Right, so Bastian Brandstatter wants out of the Youth Academy. I think that's fair enough. We've held him there long enough. 67 overall, 85 to 94. Central defensive midfield playmaker. Welcome to the first team. Now, our scouts are also back. We're being a little bit more selective with the players. But we've got Jonathan Trossel, the American central attacking midfielder, 58 overall at the moment, 84 to 94 potential, so an option for us possibly. And a left back here from the US Virgin Islands in Elvin Gray, defensive minded, 73 to 87. I thought he was going to be better, but we'll leave him there for a month and see what happens. Right, ladies and gentlemen, first game of the episode. It's a Manchester derby. We're going to take on City. Mikado is up to an 80, so that is good. Trovoada a 78. We're going back to the diamond cutter. I'm going to start playing with a bit of formations. We're going to stick with our sliders, of course, but I have seen that Matt's put out a Matt 10. The lad from Operation Sports has put out a set of sliders for that 4 to 6 minute half. So we might have to have a look and see how they compare to what we're doing here. Usually I make mine more difficult. He goes for more realistic. But, you know, there could be some decent variations in there that could help our slider set up a little bit more. Not too sure. I'll have to have a look at that very, very soon. But we'll keep going with what we've got at the moment. Let's get into this game. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Etihad. We've been here before, but it's season number 2 in the Premier League, and we need to start asserting ourselves. A bit of an up and down start to the season. This is going to be a tough game here against Man City. They've got a big squad, big players, and we're going to have our work cut out for us, but let's see what we can do. Good work from Mikado. He's going to have to put in a shift now with the injury to Davies. We're pushing forward. Can he get the ball through for Gunnarsson? He can. Thor Gunnarsson in onside, says use the finesse shot. He tried. Oh, and then the header's missed. Should have just laced it. Everyone's on me about using finesse, using double tap crosses, using all this shit. Anytime I try something, no chance. Well, there's 2 things that annoy me about Mikado here early on. One is his low defensive work rate, so he doesn't seem to get back. And 2, he doesn't have the pace to get back just yet. Oh, how the fuck did he play that through? He was offside. Sonotti came off his line. And, very lucky there. I think just played offside by Neves. Yes, good work, Diogo. Oh, fuck. It's clinical. Man City, absolutely clinical. Mikado just cannot get back to make the defensive pressure. And the cross comes in and Gabriel Jesus says, thank you very much. I'm just going to ring my mother and let her know that I've scored. 1-0 Man City. Not the start we were looking for. You see, Lasas was marking his man. Mikado just didn't go with him. And Neves, well, caught napping. 1-0. Gunnarsson, good ball. Griffiths fires forward. Oh, jeez. They're quick. They're bloody quick. Oh, yes. Chicken Nuggets getting involved. That's what I like to see. Here's Cesario. Flicks it down the line. Griffiths makes the move. Sane with him. Plays it inside. Trovoada tries to slip one down the line. Cesario and Sane going at it. It's cleaned up again by Man City. Oh, corner here for Manchester City. They're running the show at the moment. From De Jong. Can he get away from the pack? He's got some pace. Cesario there running for him. Can he? Yes, he can. Let's go, Cesario. Here comes the counter-attack. Cesario in on goals. Got to finish, and he does. We're back in the game. Counter-attack football. Salford City special. And Cesario with his first goal of the season makes it 1-1 here at the Etihad. That is a breakaway goal if ever I've seen one. Man City pressing, pushing up as high as they can, but that leaves them exposed at the back, and if we can find the space like we did there, we can find some goals here against this big team. And Cesario actually finished his dinner. 1-1. Good from Gunnarsson, got back and helped out defensively, and then he flips it out wide here for Cesario. Here we go again. Pressing forward, Gunnarsson wants it, he decides to chip over, looked for De Jong, but get another crack. There's a bit of space here in the midfield when they press. Casas Casado, Neves, De Jong, quick touch on, here's Gunnarsson, tries to flick through, Laporte gives away a free kick, or was it Gunnarsson? No, it's a free kick here. There's no way we're scoring this. Look at the thing just bobbling around. I'm never going to score it. I've scored 1 free kick on FIFA 20, and that was in our Journeyman series. Well, there is half-time. A sprightly encounter. Salford City back in the game, and it's 1-1 here. There's one down the line. Chicken Nuggets does well. Pow, flicks it on quickly. Neves, Casas Casado can't get that one through. Oh, Pow did well. Zanotti with the save. Man City denied, but they get a corner. Oh, played it off for Thor Gunnarsson. He's got pace as well. Thor Gunnarsson lays it off. Oh, is he onside? Is he onside? Yes, he is. Cesario's got his second. It's 2-1 Salford City. I'm telling you, counter-attack football against Man City, who press hard and press high, is our avenue home. We've got the pace. And a lovely ball from Gunnarsson. He could have blazed away, looked inside. And Cesario, sweatier than a gypsy with a mortgage, but we'll take the lead any way we can. 2-1. Oh, Gabriel, Jesus, everyone getting involved here. And De Jong does well, flicks it out wide. It wasn't De Jong. Here's De Jong here. Cardo. Long plays through. Thor Gunnarsson, get on your bike. Let's go, Thor. He's got to get the finish this time. Thor Gunnarsson. Oh, he took an eternity. It falls to Lasasa. Oh, my days. Oh, I thought about the finesse. I thought about pulling the trigger. I'm in two minds. Pow. Gunnarsson. Mercado did well, turned his man, works his way inside. Mercado can't beat the goalkeeper, taken out and cleared away, but Salford City putting on the claps. Right, we're going to make one change. Mercado checked out for Leroy Jenkins. Let's inject some pace in on that side to try and help out Drobowada. Oh, Justice just ran through a man. He has just collected. He's taken everything. Oh, it's an injury. Justice Powell's just absolutely murdered Gabriel Jesus. He is gone. Big Justice. They're calling for the stretcher. Fucking he's in a coffin. Yes. Fuck you, Man City. Oh, it's a proper shirt front. Oh, and he steps on his ankle as well. Justice Pow. Love it. Oh, no. Now Thor's down. The strikers are dropping like flies. It's dangerous. Danger. Looks okay. Paul Lasasa misses the challenge. You know Man City are coming hard. Lasasa gets his big block in the way. There's Rodri inside De Bruyne. Laid it off. Leroy Jenkins has got back. And he'll just flog a dead horse. Cesario. Cassis Casado. Gunnarsson injured. Here's Griffiths, lays it out in front. Oh, Bernardo got back. Oh, Sonotti, big save. Right, let's make some changes. Thor Gunnarsson and De Jong checked out. Ainsley and Jose Michaels check in. Cassis Casado into the midfield. Let's waste a little bit of time off the clock, but it's a throw in here deep. The Sasa does well, flicks it down the line. Here is Leroy. Can he fire this ball forward? He can. Here's Ainsley onside. Oh, almost. Just thought about that pace. Harris has just checked him in late. And Leroy just needed to let it go a little bit sooner. There's the whistle. Salford City fucking gets in. Well, 9 shots to 4. They had the possession. We just smashed them on the counter. Cesario with a brace and a 9.2. Right, second game of the episode. We're at home. We're hosting Norwich. And, you know, they can be a little bit tricky to play. I remember in the Championship, they've got a bit of quick passing and they like to hold possession. So we'll have to be careful here. We're going with an unchanged lineup. Gunnarson's hit an 85. All right. It's almost game time. Let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming off a big win against Man City, we now host Norwich. We've got a cup game coming up next, so we'll save as many of the reserves as possible for that one. Let's get into this one and see if we can get a win at home. 2 would be delicious. That is a poor pass. Oh, Neves got the block in. Pow is there, feeds it out. Trovoada chips it forward. Here is Griffiths. Needs to get the ball on and still he gets tackled. And Norwich right at us here early. Good from Cassis Casino. Slips it off now. Oh, that is a ball from Cesario. Gunnarsson will push forward. He's getting run down though. Cuts back inside. Needs to lay it off. Oh, that's a heavy layoff. Oh, what's going on? Jesus, I thought the keeper had it. Good from Trovers. Get some more pressure though. Oh, gets around Neves. Good save from Zanotti. Norwich coming. That one's played forward. And Zanotti called into action again. I tell you what, Norwich having a red hot crack here. Far forward, Cesario makes the run. Cesario pushes his way forward. Still goes Cesario. Oh, he's railed the sidebar. Oh, you've got to clear it. Fuck! Well, Norwich have been pressing since the opening minute and they get themselves a goal there. Trovoada, you've got to clear that ball, mate. It's not just a touch with your tippy toe. Fucking bomb that cunt out of there. 1-0 to Norwich. Yeah, he just needed to put his foot through it and clear. 1-0. Oh, Mikado, you fucking... I'm going to kick you in the next week. Norwich putting all the pressure on here. Cesario plays one through. Here's Griffiths. You get a run on. Mikado. Back to Griffiths. Pushes his way forward. Needs to find something. He finds Cassis Casado. Back to Griffiths. There's no room. Back inside. Cassis Casado. Pushes into the box. Lays it inside. Goodison's missed. He was offside as well. Neves. Gunnison. Griffiths. He's hacked away at it. Come on, boys. Composure. Right, we're making the change. Mikado, you're gone. Jenkins, get on the pitch. He's got the fresh legs and the pace for days. Let's go. Leroy Jenkins pushes his way inside. He'll cut back and lay it off. No, that's the one thing that he doesn't have is that little pass. All right, let's make our last two changes. De Jong and Griffiths will check out of the game for Jose Michaels and Jakey Allen. Cassis Casado does well. Gunnison lays it off for Cesario. Hooks his way into the box. He needs a runner coming through, boys! Where's the fucking man?
2 minutes.
Fucking pull your fingers out. And there's the whistle. We lose to Norwich at fucking home. We're missing that runner. Like, we get the 3 into the box and we need that 4th one pushing forward, but there's never anyone there. 6 shots to 5. They had possession and tackles. They were pretty happy to ticky-tack their way around and they broke us down. It's a 1-0 loss at home. Right, Harry Goodrum has been sold. He'll be going to Cardiff when the transfer window opens. 3.4 million. Right, final game of the episode is the Carabao Cup. We've got the next round here against West Ham. We'll send the reserves out and hopefully they can get the job done here today. Let's fucking do this. Right, Carabao Cup time, but it's West Ham Premier League sides battling it off here. And, well, let's see if we can get the job done today. We went pretty ham in the last encounter. Will Jakey Allen, will Ainsley get firing here today? Oh, John Stone turned inside out. The shot goes wide, enough pressure. Oh, good save, Maguire. Brilliant save from the Irish keeper. Why does that header always end up in my fucking box? Oh, for fuck's sake! Bobble after bobble! And West Ham takes the lead. You're smashing that clear button. You're smashing that fucking clear button. Fuck me. Rico. Allen. Oh, Ainsley gets through. Ainsley! Ah! And then Michaels. Get running, Jake. It's fucking G. Oh, referee! Don't start this shit again, mate. Last time we played West Ham, you fingered us. Oh, Rico, you're meant to be the attacker, mate. Why are my centre-backs making runs and my midfielders fucking not?
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Rico. Allen. Well, Stephenson's got forward. Someone get in and get the fucking ball! Fuck! Fuck me! Useless cunts! Yes, Jakey, that's it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking G. Allen. Ainsley. Oh, El Rico. Just breaking down in the midfield. Just lacking that little bit of class. That's putting our defensive line under a lot of pressure. Oh! Hello! Well, that's a fucking goal and a half. Hella has just ripped one in. And that is 2-0 West Ham. Too much space. Fuck me, good goal. Absolutely pulled the trigger on that one. No chance for Maguire. Oh, he had a crack. That's all we can ask from the young keeper. He's just getting experience, but class being shown by West Ham. Right, we're making changes here. You can't see who it is, but Jenkins has gone to the striker role. Carlos in for Allen. Froome in on the left-hand side. And Dak Shepherd in at CDM. I'm going to move Michaels into the midfield. Fucking Dak Shepherd. Oh, the frustrations come out. He's going to get a card. Oh, it's a fucking red. Oh, he's been on the pitch all of 10 minutes. Fucking Barros must have just sent him out with a statement. Kill someone. Fuck me. Big hit. Barros loved it. Fucking kidding me? Ah, boys. It's going to be a long, hard road here, you feel. But our performance... Why the hell is John Stone on the right-hand side? Maguire, no chance. It was a perfect free kick. I mean, we've just put out a reserve team against a full-strength West Ham. And it's showing. Oh, yeah! Fuck you, cunts! 4-0 West Ham. The reserves have been hung out to dry. Well, I thought they would have put up more of a fucking show than this. That's absolutely nutmegged Maguire as well. And it just shows, if we come up against, you know, a half-decent team, we're going to have to put the first team out because the reserves aren't ready. They need more training. They need more time. But they need the game minutes. It's just too much. Oh, go on, Snow. Go on, Snow. No one else is having a crack. Fuck me. He's leathered it. Alright, there we go. I've got some things to look at because our boys are not running. They're not making the runs that they need to. And it's catching us out. We're out of the Carabao Cup. What a piss poor display. Only one shot on target. El Rico was terrible and he gets a 6.5. Fuck me. Right, and that's where we finish today's episode on an absolute fingering from West Ham. We've got Liverpool up next, and they sit top of the table with 15 points. We beat Man City, so are we just going to be one of them giant killing teams? We sit in 9th position. We are pushing. I want to finish in the top 6 this season. That is for sure. So we're going to have to get training into the lads, get them pushing, and you know, really find a way for to make sure that our players are running. Because that was dead. Absolutely dead. And that could come down to work rates. I haven't really looked at the reserves team work rates too much. But, you know, in the first team, Griffiths has that high attacking work rate. So when he's on that right-hand side, he's always making that push forward. He's always making that push forward. Davies has the high defensive work rate. So when he's in on the left-hand side, he's pushing back and helping the defence. You really got to look at these things because tactics, dynamic tactics, everything that's happening there, the players need to be perfect for their positions. And the reserves are probably just a little bit over the show. Maybe we need to look at the tactics and that kind of stuff. But we'll work it out. Still a long time to go. Only 6 games into the Premier League season. But there we are, out of the Carabao Cup. Hopefully you're safe. We'll see you next time. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And you, have a good one. The Sparring DK channel now has Patreon, and if you feel like just going that little extra step to help, you know, the channel grow, you can go across to the website, pledge your allegiance to myself, and for $1 a month, you're basically putting it in a jar and allowing for us to go and buy some more beers and record some more beer drinking episodes. Thank you very much to the current lads that have gone ahead and supported the channel. Absolutely tremendous to see anybody willing just to give that $1 a month at this stage. I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really will make a difference in the future. So jump across there if you're that way inclined to the Patreon channel, sign up today, and we'll see if we can get some extra beer drinking episodes for you at home. Now, if you are looking for some more content, we've got a couple of videos, one here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a button right there. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified when the